Okay, we're going to solve rational equations, lesson 8.6. A couple of different ways that you can do things. If you just look at this basic example from Algebra 1, we're talking about you can clear the fractions. That is, you take 5 and 3, and we're going to multiply everything basically by 15 or by 5 and 3. Because now we're going to have 15 over 5 is 3, right? We get 3 times 2x is 6x, and 15 over 3 is 5. So the fractions go away, and we get 35, and we get 15 times 4 is 60. So now we can get 6x equals 25, and x is, 4 1/4. So you can clear the fractions. One way to solve these things is clear the fractions. When you have a single fraction on the left and a single fraction on the right, you can cross multiply. So you get 6x equals 3 times x plus 1. Distribute 3x plus 3. Solve 3x is 3x is 1. So we can use proportions. We can cancel out more often than not. What we're going to be doing here is canceling out. So again, one thing we do have to do, you have to do this. You have to make note off to the side, go off to the side and say x cannot be 1, x cannot be -1. We need to save that for later, because if we solve this all the way down and get one of those, if you go back to the original problem, thou shalt not divide by 0, we need to check to make sure that that's going to be the case. So if I'm doing this problem, I'm multiplying by x minus 1 and x plus 1. X minus 1, x plus 1. X minus 1, x plus 1. Why are we doing this? We are clearing the fractions. This and this cancel out. This and this cancel out. So what do I have? I've got x plus 4 times x plus 1 plus x times x minus 1 equals 2 times x minus 1 times x plus 1. Now I'm going to solve this problem. I will FOIL these two together, and I will get x squared plus 5x plus 4. I'll distribute these two in, and I'll get x squared minus x. I will multiply these two difference of two squares together. Recognize that. X squared plus x minus x goes away, so I get x squared minus 1. I'll combine these like terms on the left. I get 2x squared. 5x minus 1x is 4x, and plus 4 equals 2x squared. Well, that worked out. Minus 2. Next, I will do minus 2x squared minus 2x squared. I'll also do minus 4 and minus 4. So I'm left with 4x equals -6, and I get x is equal to -3 over 2, or 1.5. Always check to see and make sure that you didn't defy the laws of math, and we did not divide by 0. We are good to go. Good to go. Next one. First thing you want to do is you want to factor. I'm going to factor this into p plus 2, p minus 2. Now you can see, what am I going to multiply everything by? I need to multiply by a p plus 2 and a p minus 2. You don't have to multiply by everything, because look, they got the p minus 2 in common here. P plus 2, p minus 2, p plus 2, p minus 2, p plus 2, p minus 2. Now watch what cancels out. The p minus 2's cancel off of that first one. This whole thing cancels here. That's why we did it. So I'm left with 2p times p plus 2 plus, this is still here, p plus 2 equals that's going to end up being p squared minus 4. So now I get 2p squared plus 4p plus p plus 2 equals p squared minus 4 minus p squared minus p squared plus 4 plus 4. And I get p squared plus 5p plus 6. Factor, it's equal to 0, p plus 2 and p plus 3. P is equal to negative 2, p is equal to negative 3. Circle it and get it wrong because I got to go right here and say p cannot be 2 and p cannot be negative 2. I should have done that right away. This is an extraneous solution. Your answer is p equals 3. Now, I got caught up in the problem, so I didn't notice that right away. I probably could have divided these p plus 2's out and just multiplied everything by p minus 2. But you know what? There's more than one way to skin a cat, huh? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Last one. I think it's the last one. I forget. I got an x plus 1 and an x I want to factor first. I always factor first. This is x times x plus 1, which means I need to multiply everything by an x to clear that, and I need to multiply everything by an x minus 1. X and x minus plus 1. Oofda! X and x plus 1. Okay, what's going to cancel out? Looky here. Those go away. These little guys go away. That whole thing cancels that whole thing. And what do I have left? I have 5x minus x plus 1. Ooh, this minus sign could be tricky. Got to be careful. Going to have to distribute to that minus sign. Distribute. Get 5x minus x minus 1 equals 2. Plus 1 plus 1. 5x minus 1, that's 4x equals 3. X is 3/4. Geez, I forgot again. Gotta go off to the side. X cannot be 0. X cannot be negative 1. But I got 3/4. You gotta watch out for these minus signs. So again, multiply everything by your least common multiple of what you have in the bottom. And then you can, you're clearing the fractions is what we're doing here. We're clearing the fractions. Good stuff. X cannot be equal to 1. I'm going to multiply everything by x minus 1, x minus 1, x minus 1. Those go. 3x plus 6x minus 9 equals 6x minus 6. 9x minus 9 equals 6x minus 6 minus 6x minus 6x plus 9 plus 9. 3x is 3x is 1. Oh no! Heavens to Betsy! We're not allowed to be 1. This is no solution. Please check back into your original problem and make sure you do not have an extraneous solution. Peace.